VGR sent me another clipper to review for you guys. This time it's the V-270 clipper. It's the updated version of the V-003s. So let's check this out and get to the unboxing. On the front of the box, you're going to see a VGR Voyager Professional logo, the model number, which is going to be V270. This clipper is going to have a metal housing, and it is going to have ceramic blades, USB charging, a 2500 milliamp lithium battery, a high speed of 9000 RPMs, 3 hours of charge time, but it does run for around 250 minutes. Before opening up the box, you'll be greeted with a quote from VGR, which is "Be your styler." Once opening up the box, you're going to be greeted with a thank you card and with the clipper itself. Now let's listen to some ASMR. The V270 is going to have a lot of neat little decals on the clipper body, which my favorite is a racing design, not just as a decal, but also part of the body itself on both sides of the clipper. The cutting blade and the steel blade on the V270 are both ceramic blades that will stay cool if used for a long period of time. The lever on the clipper is a clicky lever, which is satisfying to use. Now let's turn on the clipper and see if it does 9000 RPMs. As you can see in my testing, it does 8300, which is perfectly fine for what I need it for. Now for a dB sound test. A lot of you were going to ask for this, so I decided to get my old VGR to compare side by side. The differences might be worth upgrading or they might not be. They are both metal bodies, but the V270s now have a smoother finish and less lines on the body, which in my opinion is way better. The V003 weight has always felt really balanced, but the V270 is a heavier clipper, which for many people is not going to be a big reason to upgrade. I personally don't mind the weight, but for a long period of use, it will be heavy on the V270. Now the V003 does have variable speeds, which is 7000 to 9000, and the V270 only has to 9000. Now the charging is going to be very similar, but the only thing is that the V270 now comes with a charging dock. The V003 does not. They both have clicky levers, but on the V270 I feel like they did improve it and it does feel a tad bit smoother. Let's look further into the box. You're going to get a very detailed manual on everything you need to know about the clipper. One thing that I love about VGR is that they take the time to make sure that everything is neat and presentable for the best unboxing experience. This is going to come with 6 guards, ranging from the 0.5 guard all the way to the number 4 guard. One thing that we wanted on the V003 is a charging dock, and now we do get it with the V270, and it is beautiful, and it's also a very well built charging stand with USB Type-C, so you are going to be getting this and it is phenomenal. One thing that VGR did downgrade was the amount of oil they give you. I always joke around that they give you a generous amount, and this time they actually give you a little bit less, but it's okay. Underneath the oil, you're gonna have the braided USB Type-C charging cable. You do not get a brick with this, which is perfectly fine. You always have some extra ones lying around somewhere. And last but not least, our nail brush to clean our clippers. That way they stay clean and stay fresh. So what are my thoughts on the V270 clipper? It is a very strong clipper. The upgrades that VGR has done to them is amazing, especially for the price that you can get these for right now. At the time of this recording, they're at $85 on Amazon, but you can get a 10% discount, which is insane in this current clipper market. I will say that the one thing that really holds this clipper back, and I do apologize VGR, but it is the blade. Now while it does work and knocks down bulk like nothing, for fading, you do have to adjust these really close, and even then it still struggles to get the zero line out. I'm going to have to test this clipper out with the V001 blade. In my opinion, that blade should be standard for all VGR clippers, except for the V015, that it's its own beast. Using it in the barbershop, the ergonomics of the clipper feels really good, and the battery life, at least for the unit that I got, holds around 3.5 hours, not the full 4. And the other thing that really stands out about this clipper is the weight. Now, I'm not 100% sure what the weight is, but it definitely is one of the heaviest clippers that I have used. The build quality of the clipper is excellent. The weight of the clipper will have some people, especially beginners, think twice about using it for a long period of time. Who is this clipper for? For beginners or anyone at home, the price is attractive and is definitely a clipper that I will 100% recommend, but with a warning about the weight. For those cutting hair for a while to seasoned barbers, is this a clipper worth purchasing? I will say yes, it is worth purchasing, but I will strongly recommend switching out the blade to something that you're more comfortable with. This clipper does deserve a place in your toolbox. Not only is it an attractive clipper, but it is a strong clipper with an amazing battery life. And like I said, for the price in this current market, it's a no-brainer. Thank you VGR for sending this out to me. I will have the trimmer review out pretty soon, so stay tuned for that, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Have a blessed day. Comment, like, subscribe.